Welcome back to Old Charles, your trusted channel for exploring rare coins, their history, and their real market value. Today, we're diving into a fascinating piece of Middle Eastern numismatics, the Saudi Arabia 25 Halala coin from 1972. Is it just a simple coin, or could it be a hidden treasure in your collection? Let's find out. The 25 Halala coin, issued in 1972, belongs to the era of King Faisal bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, who ruled Saudi Arabia from 1964 until 1975. This period was a time of transformation, as Saudi Arabia's economy began to boom due to oil revenues, and the country introduced modern coinage systems to match its growing importance in world trade. The halala is a subunit of the Saudi riyal. 1 riyal equals 100 halalas, making this 25 halala coin exactly 1/4 of a riyal. It was widely used for everyday transactions, buying groceries, paying for transport, or shopping in the souks of Riyadh and Jeddah. This makes the 25 halala coin not just currency, but also a reflection of the daily life of Saudis in the 1970s. The 1972 Saudi Arabia 25 halala coin is struck in copper nickel, giving it a silvery appearance. On the obverse, you'll notice Arabic inscriptions representing the denomination and Islamic calendar year, while the reverse often features the national emblem of Saudi Arabia, 2 crossed swords beneath a palm tree, symbolizing strength and prosperity. The coin is medium-sized, easy to carry, and durable. Because of its wide circulation, finding one in mint condition today is not easy. Now the big question: what is the value of the Saudi Arabia 25 halala coin from 1972? In circulated condition, where the coin shows clear signs of wear, it typically sells for around $1 to $3 USD in fine to very fine condition. Where the inscriptions are still sharp and the design details visible, the value can rise to $5 to $8 USD. In uncirculated condition, meaning the coin looks almost new, with original shine and no scratches, the price can go up to $15 to $25 USD among collectors. For proof or rare varieties, if the coin has mint errors or special striking, the price could even reach $50 or more, depending on rarity and buyer demand. The actual market value depends on the coin's rarity in your region, the demand among collectors, and of course, its physical condition. Condition plays a huge role in determining the value. Let's break it down. Coin is heavily scratched, faded inscriptions, mostly considered of sentimental or historical value. Some wear is visible, but the main design can still be identified. Details are sharper, inscriptions clear, suitable for collectors. Minimal wear, attractive coin for displayed and wear, retains full shine. These are the real gems collectors want. The Saudi Arabia 25 halala 1972 coin is popular among Middle Eastern collectors and those who specialize in Islamic or world coins. Because Saudi Arabia's coinage reflects its Islamic heritage and oil-rich economy, these coins are sought after globally. However, since millions were minted, only the best-preserved pieces hold significant premium value. So, if you have a Saudi Arabia 25 halala coin from 1972, check its condition carefully. While a worn piece may only bring you a few dollars, an uncirculated or rare variety could fetch much more. It's not just about the money though, it's about owning a small piece of Saudi history, from the era of King Faisal, during a time of rapid change and growth, or going on a journey back to 1972, during the reign of King Faisal bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, to explore the fascinating story behind the Saudi Arabia 25 halala coin. To truly understand its value, we must first uncover the long history behind it. The year 1972 was a significant period in Saudi Arabian history. The kingdom was emerging as a global oil powerhouse, transforming from a largely desert-based society into one of the richest nations on earth. Oil revenues had skyrocketed after the discovery of vast reserves in the 1930s, and by the 1970s, Saudi Arabia had firmly established itself as a leader in the global energy market. King Faisal, who ascended to the throne in 1964, played a central role in shaping the modern kingdom. He introduced sweeping reforms in administration, infrastructure, and education. Under his rule, Saudi Arabia became a founding member of OPEC, Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, using its oil influence to assert greater control over its national resources. This was the backdrop against which the 25 halala coin of 1972 was minted. Money is more than just a tool for trade, it is also a symbol of national identity. In the early 20th century, before the unification of Saudi Arabia in 1932, people relied heavily on foreign coins such as Indian rupees, Ottoman coins, and even Maria Theresa thalers from Austria. But with the formation of the kingdom, there was a strong push to create a unique Saudi currency that reflected the nation's independence and Islamic heritage. By the 1960s and 70s, the Saudi rial had become the standard currency, and subunits like the Halala were introduced to make everyday transactions easier. The 25 Halala coin, equal to a quarter of a rial, became essential for common purchases such as food, clothing, and transport. It connected the lives of ordinary Saudis with the broader economy of the world's fastest-growing oil nation. In 1972, Saudi Arabia was not only modernizing at home but also gaining influence abroad. King Faisal was known for his strong stance on Islamic unity and his commitment to defending Arab and Muslim causes. He strengthened ties with other Arab nations and supported the Palestinian movement. These political and economic policies increased Saudi Arabia's visibility on the global stage. Meanwhile, the nation was undergoing rapid modernization. Roads, hospitals, and universities were being built with oil money. Electricity and telecommunication systems expanded into rural areas. As people adapted to this new lifestyle, the need for a reliable, standardized coinage system became even more urgent. The 25 Halala coin was part of this modernization, a small but vital piece of Saudi Arabia's transformation. Saudi coinage is also deeply tied to Islamic identity. Unlike many Western coins that feature portraits of rulers, Saudi coins traditionally avoid images of people, in line with Islamic teachings. Instead, they highlight calligraphy, Islamic calendar dates, and national emblems such as the palm tree and crossed swords. These symbols connect the coin not only to daily commerce but also to the values of faith, strength, and prosperity. The 25 Halala coin from 1972 carries this legacy. It is more than just money. It is a cultural artifact that represents the kingdom's values at a crucial moment in its history. In the streets of Riyadh, Jeddah, or Dammam in 1972, the 25 Halala coin was a workhorse of the economy. It could buy small meals, bus tickets, or household items. Children would save these coins in jars, while merchants stacked them neatly in their shops. Over time, these coins passed through countless hands, each telling a silent story of Saudi Arabia's growth. So when you hold a 25 Halala coin from 1972, you are not just holding a piece of metal. You are holding a story of a nation's rise, of King Faisal's vision, of oil wealth transforming a desert kingdom, and of a people stepping confidently into the modern world. This history makes the coin far more valuable than its face value could ever suggest. When it comes to coins, condition is everything. Two coins of the same year and type can have dramatically different values, simply based on how well they have been preserved over the decades. The Saudi Arabia 25 Halala coin from 1972 is no exception. Let's go step by step through the different grading levels and what they mean for collectors and value. In the lowest grading tier, known as poor or fair condition, the coin is heavily worn. The surfaces are often scratched or dented, and the inscriptions in Arabic may be so faded that they are barely legible. The national emblem, the palm tree with crossed swords, may appear flat, with no details left. These coins usually come from circulation where they were used thousands of times in everyday transactions, from street markets to transport fares. While they still hold historical value, collectors often consider them as fillers in their collections until a better specimen is found. Value range ** around $1 or less, mainly for sentimental or historical interest rather than collectible demand, and this grade, the coin shows significant wear, but the main details are still identifiable. You can see the Arabic numbers and calligraphy, though they may not be sharp. The edges of the coin might be smooth, and the luster, the shiny surface that new coins have, is completely gone. These coins were once part of daily life in Saudi Arabia, passing through countless hands. They still tell a story of the nation's economy in the 1970s, but to a serious collector, they are considered entry-level. A fine-condition coin still has visible details, though the highest points of the design are worn down. In the case of the 25 Halala 1972 coin, you would still clearly see the palm tree and crossed swords, but with less detail on the fronds and blades. The inscriptions are readable, and the date is still visible and very fine condition. The coin improves noticeably. The lettering and numbers stand out more sharply, the calligraphy is clearer, and although the coin has wear, it still looks attractive overall. These coins represent a balance between affordability and collectability. Now we're moving into collector-grade territory. A coin in extremely fine condition shows only light wear on the highest points. The design remains crisp, the Arabic inscriptions stand out strongly, and much of the original detail is intact. To this level, the coin may also retain traces of its original mint luster. When tilted under light, you may see a gentle shine on its surface, even after 50+ years. Collectors begin to prize these coins, since they represent what the coin looked like during its prime circulation years. In almost uncirculated condition, the coin looks nearly new. Only the tiniest signs of wear can be seen on the very highest points of the design, such as the tips of the palm fronds or the swords. The coin still has most of its original shine. These coins may have spent only a short time in circulation or been stored safely soon after minting. Collectors especially value these, as they are rare to find from the 1970s, when coins were heavily used in everyday trade. Finally, we reach the highest grade, uncirculated or mint state. These coins were never used in daily transactions. They have no wear, sharp edges, and a full original luster. In hand, they shine brightly, as if they were just struck yesterday. Uncirculated examples of the Saudi Arabia 25 Halala 1972 coin are quite rare, since most coins of that period were heavily circulated. Collectors are willing to pay a strong premium for such pieces, and their prices can increase dramatically depending on the coin market. While most Saudi 25 Halala coins from 1972 were struck for circulation, rare examples may exist in proof condition or with minting errors. Are struck with extra care, often for collectors or officials, and they show mirror-like surfaces with perfect details. These are extremely rare and can fetch much higher prices, such as double strikes, off-center strikes, or clipped planchets, also raise the value significantly because they are unique. Collectors sometimes pay hundreds of dollars for error coins, depending on rarity. So when you examine your Saudi Arabia 25 Halala coin from 1972, remember, its condition could make all the difference. A heavily worn coin might only be worth $1, but a shiny uncirculated example could be worth 20 times as much. Always check for details, sharpness, luster, and even unusual minting errors before determining its true value.